soup is one of my favorites, and now that we're in that cold season in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's a perfect time to bust this out. It's rich, creamy, super smooth, and delicious. It'll hit the spot on a cold night. It's butternut squash soup. Let's turn up the heat. Starting with 3 pounds of butternut squash. You could buy a whole butternut squash unpeeled and unseeded, or you could buy the complete opposite, peeled and unseeded. It reduces some of that prep time and lets you get to the fun part faster. You just want to get rings and dice them up to around this size, just so once they get added to that pot, they cook up nice and quick. You're not sitting there for an hour waiting for these things to get soft. We've got 2 more things to chop up, those being 5 cloves of garlic and an onion. For the garlic, give it a smash, and the peel should come straight off. Once your garlic is peeled, just give them a quick dice, and from that dice into a quick mince. For the onion, use 1 medium, or in my case, this is pretty large, so I'm just going to use a half. Give it a nice dice, just like the garlic. It does not matter how large this is, because it's all getting blended. And just like that, 3 ingredients chopped up. Now comes the fun part. Toss in 1, 2, and 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Once that oil begins to get hot, add your onions. And like always, add some salt. Cook these onions down, sweat them out, get them nice and golden. Now when I say golden, I don't mean like caramelized onions for a burger or French onion soup. Don't take them that far, that's completely unnecessary. I'll show you exactly where you should take them, but it should approximately, over medium heat, take about 10-15 minutes. Now right here is where you want to take your onions, just until you can smell that kind of caramelized sweetness. Once they're just perfect, add your garlic. You don't want that garlic to turn into crispy little garlic bits. You want it to just get fragrant and aromatic. At that point, you can go ahead, add a half teaspoon of cinnamon, and into that, add just a dash of nutmeg. Those spices are going to be coming straight at you, smacking you in the nose. Add all of your squash. And now go in with 4 cups of stock. Before you cover this, add about a teaspoon of salt and some pepper. Bring this up to a simmer and cover it until that squash is nice and tender, super soft, broken down, and ready to be blended up. Once your squash is broken down, nice and soft, you can see each individual like fiber of the squash pieces. Your liquid is starting to turn orange. You know you're ready to blend. Ladle it into the blender. Give yourself a little bit of wiggle room just so it doesn't overflow. Add it to a bowl. Just continue blending until all your squash is pureed. Now after the soup is all blended, it should be perfectly smooth, super silky. Have a nice shine on it when the light hits it. This looks absolutely beautiful. Let's give it a taste. The salt isn't exactly where I want it, so I'm going to go in with a little bit more. Just be careful not to over salt. Now we'll bring that soup in. I added about a half teaspoon more salt. The perfect bowl of butternut squash soup. Top this with a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of sage. Very tasty, super smooth. That spice from the cinnamon and the nutmeg. Don't overpower it, but it just kind of warms it up, gives it that fall feel. The butternut squash is sweet. This right here is a nice, well-balanced bowl of butternut squash soup that you should definitely consider making. If you like this video, give it a big fat thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and until next time, peace.